Sometimes one of the most painful things God would ever do is to remove people from your life that you thought would stay for a very long time. In today's video, I want to speak to you from my heart, and I want to talk about why God removes people from your life even if it looks as if that you love them. So sometimes these are not just people that you met, these are not just acquaintances, these are people that you genuinely love. You pray for them, saw a future, you imagine yourself in your wedding dress, you imagine her being your forever, like you literally, and it's not just about even romantic relationship, even it could be anything about friendship or maybe a long-term business partner, but suddenly everything fell apart and now you're confused, and then it breaks you, and then you find yourself asking questions, and you find yourself asking God, but I thought you spoke to me about this relationship. I thought you said that this is the one. And what happened? Because in your mind, everything clicked. You guys were the perfect couple. You guys were the perfect partners. You were the perfect people that had the best synergy. The chemistry was there, the connections were there. It looks as if your values were aligned. Everything was so perfect. If that has happened to you, let me know, because I know this has happened to a lot of people. And then you find yourself asking, what happened? What went wrong? You ask yourself, like, God, I thought like this was from you. But what if I told you that just because it felt right doesn't mean that it was designed to stay forever? And I know this is a very hard pill to swallow. For someone like me, I went through that experience as well too. I've met people that initially, at the first instant, we connected instantly. And today, we're like strangers, not because there was any form of issues or quarrels or anything like that, but sometimes God allows connection, but that does not mean that they have to be permanent in your life. Let me explain something that a lot of people do not talk about. Not everybody enters your life for permanence. People enter your life for different reasons. Number one, people enter your life to teach you a lesson. And sometimes I always see this thing that people are, when you experience something, when you go through a particular challenge with people, when you go back and think about it, it's clear that this person actually taught you something, right? It could be that their toxic behavior, if they were toxic, taught you how to value yourself. It could be that they taught you something. So people enter your life to teach you lessons. People also enter your life to teach you mirrors, to show you mirrors, or to show you how you have been treating yourself for a long time. I remember living in a relationship, and I started telling myself that, you know what, this has taught me how much I was so afraid of abandonment, how much I was so brought out. It made me see my people-pleasing nature in broad daylight. People also teach you, people also come into your life as well for also preparation for the next level. Yes, so sometimes there are people that God will bring to your life when you're about to enter the next season of your life. All right. So usually, but most times, we get attached to the role that they played, and we just want this thing to be permanent. You say things like, oh, this person understood me, we had something real, I've never felt this way before, and you're not wrong. This person is the best person I've ever met. This person was way better than every other person. We click. This is all I wanted in the business partner. This is all I wanted in a spouse. Everything looked real, but that does not mean that they are right for your future, or that does not mean they are meant to stay there in a long time. Sometimes God will remove you from your life because sometimes they are already becoming a distraction to you. Sometimes they are slowly pulling you away from your purpose. I believe something that you can love somebody a little bit too much that they now begin to pull you away from what God has ordained you to be, or worse still, you have outgrown the version of that person. Let me explain. Sometimes we are growing, right? And the version of you that didn't know who you were is different from the version of you that knows who you are right now. I always love to say that the next level of your life is an identity shift. So it's not just saying I want to move to the next level of my career, I want to move to the next level of my ministry. That person that you want to move into is a different person from who you are right now. And so sometimes when there's usually that identity shift, there used to be this crisis. Let me put it that way. There used to be this crisis, this clash. And that's why a lot of people prefer to stay on the same level for a very long time, because trust me, it's not a fun process. Here is how you can love somebody and you might not still be aligned with them. You can have chemistry and you can still lack destiny purpose. There are relationships that feels really good, but you know and I know that they are leading you nowhere. If you're a person that knows that you're a type of person that you are called to fulfill purpose in life and destiny, then this is that beyond the feelings, beyond the chemistry, beyond the connection, destiny purpose, destiny alignment is everything. And sometimes God sees the end from the beginning and interrupt what you are trying to hold on to, not to punish you but to protect you. But you see, protection usually does not feel like protection at the initial time. Protection usually sometimes feels like loss, it feels like rejection. You ask yourself, what is wrong with me? Is it that I cannot be able to keep friends? Sometimes it feels like silence, right? And you replay conversations, you find yourself questioning yourself, you even question God. You just ask God, why did you bring me to this person's life? Why did I feel this particular way for this person, only for this person to be able to walk away from my life? But we are not asking, what if this person has completed his or her purpose in your life? What if this person was just here for a season to teach me something, to show me something about myself, to prepare me for the next level? What if their season in my life is already completed? Because sometimes when the purpose of a person in your life is completed and you keep holding on to it, sometimes it now turns into something that ends up hurting you, right? So we hold on to it and then it becomes disobedience. But because for a long time we have been taught that if you love something, fight for them, don't let them go. But sometimes it's okay to let them go. I'm of this belief that if something is meant to be, it will be. And if you find yourself, I'm not saying that you shouldn't just give up easily on a relationship, but if you find yourself holding on to something that is hurting you, that the season of that particular thing is over, but you're still holding on to it, at that point it begins to deplete you. Because sometimes the reason things aren't working is not because God is ending it, it's because the season is over but you are still trying to revive it. And the longer you hold on to it, the more it drains you emotionally, the more it drains you mentally, the more it drains you even spiritually. You lose your peace, you lose your clarity, and you begin to become somebody that you don't recognize. You begin to pour, you begin to do everything possible to hold on to please this person, and deep down you just don't want to accept it. People have made this mistake time and time again because they keep holding on to it. I'm not going to let this person go. Or even when it's very obvious that this thing is no longer there, and it's fine. People come into your life for a reason. And that's one of the major reasons why you have a high rate of divorce today. Sometimes high rate of, because people enter into marriages and people grow. And unless you see and know that this person who I'm going to be with, this, can I still love this version of this person tomorrow if I become any identity, if my identity changes today? Because people enter in and be like, this was not who I married, this is not who you were 10 years ago, because people change. So here is a shift I want you to make today. Instead of you asking, oh, why did it end? Ask yourself, what does this teach me? Because once you get the lesson, you're going to stop chasing this person. And here is the beautiful part. When God removes the wrong people from your life, it makes room for what? The right ones. But if your hands are still being held on because of what He took away, you will not be able to receive what He has for you. So instead of you asking yourself, why did this relationship end? Why did this thing end? It wasn't a waste. It was preparation. It was clarity. It was alignment. And trust me, one day you will look back and you will realize that God did not take from you. He saved you from something that you couldn't see. So if this has spoken to you and if this has given you the clarity that you've been asking God for, I want you to share this. I'll see you in my next video.